What's up, everybody? This is Northern Desert Grower. I'm gonna show you guys the Greywater setup. We got a washing machine, got a dryer, we got the right voltage, how to run a line. So it was a little bit of work. This was done years ago because our laundry room is an interior room. So we got the tube going into this PVC setup that is tied to the wall, and then we extended the water line. So we have 1, 2, 3 faucets. This is to the garden, so this is our timer. We have filters that take out the chlorine and chloramine, and this is our our RO water. So we bought this reverse osmosis at the hydro store, and we make our own water, and it's really good water. The excess, the wastewater from this feeds our fig tree. So this is linked up to the fig tree, and we have this line. This is the wastewater line that goes out into the landscape, and we just kind of threaded it through, and it feeds that fig tree. The Greywater basins that we have, this is our Greywater basin. This is a rosemary. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of the irrigation for that. So this is the PVC pipe, and this lets out any excess air, so it doesn't go back into the washing machine, and then it just transitions to a 1-inch PVC. So that irrigation line, I can run it 100 feet using the pump off of the washing machine. And these are my drip irrigation lines for the landscape. So I have 2 of them that are tied to this timer, and that's just tap water. That thicker line is my Greywater line. And right now we have 4 Greywater basins. So this is the rosemary. This is Sonoran Desert sage. So we grow our own sage. This is also a Greywater basin that we're eventually gonna put a fruit tree here. But for this season, we're gonna use it to grow corn. So we're gonna shut it off. This is what the emitters look like in a laundry landscape system. It's just 1/2-inch PVC, right? And I have a shut-off valve. So it's shut off right now. This is our fig tree. And right here, this is from the RO water. And you could tell it's nice and wet from the washing machine. So it does have its own emitter from the washing machine. And super happy tree. We just chop and drop everything, and it's doing really good. You know, it gets plenty of water. Very healthy tree. All right, and then we're gonna go to the pomegranate. So right here, you can tell it's nice and wet. Here is the emitter. This is what it looks like. And you can move them around a little bit like that if you set them up so that you can kind of, all I do is I just twist the pipe and it'll just move to a different little direction. Just kind of spread the water out, and again, there's a shut off valve, so I can shut off each emitter to each basin. It's just a 1/2-inch line. So from the 1-inch line, you transition into the 1/2-inch line. And these lines are buried right here in the pathway. So I installed all my lines in the pathway. But we have nice flower production on this pomegranate, great new growth. And all we do is chop and drop from the tree. So it creates the mulch in the basin, and we put all the fruit back that we don't eat. So right there you see a bunch of pomegranate bits and pieces from the actual fruit from last season. So that's what we do. And this is our pomegranate tree. It's just raging, just going crazy. It's like really tall. And so this is the line coming out for the Greywater, for the garden. And then right here, transitions, and it runs over here. It's a little crazy because we're doing a bunch of projects, putting up screen doors and stuff. But this is our other Greywater basin. We have a lavender in here, and we're gonna put more plants. Probably an apple tree. This is our tank. But yeah, that's the rundown for the Greywater. So these trees right here are pretty much all Greywater and rainwater compost teas that we do. So I do hit these with some compost teas, but right now that's not really necessary because they have all the food they need. They're doing really good, and if you overfeed your fruit trees, it doesn't really help, right? Like the best thing for the fruit trees is chopping and dropping from the actual fruit tree, like pruning the tree in the winter. You can tell where we pruned it. We have like, I've been pruning it so that it opens up, you know, so because all these branches right here, what's gonna happen is all these branches are gonna pretty much hit the ground. They're gonna hit the ground because the pomegranates are gonna get so heavy on it. So this branch is definitely gonna get pruned this next winter because it's gonna, look at this arm it's throwing out, right? It's just throwing out this arm, bam, like that. And that arm is just gonna plop on the tomato garden. So it's probably gonna come out and it'll just force the tree to kind of grow up, and then these arms are gonna kind of plop over, which is more doable. But it does provide nice shade for these tomatoes, and they're loving it. Of all the tomatoes we have, this is like the healthiest. It's like loving the shade. It has tomatoes on there, and it's just growing really, really well. And we have, this is epazote, estafiate. We have some bunch of little seedlings of this stuff. Yeah, so this is gonna get harvested hard. And this is our pretty much estafiate planter. So this one is gonna seed. And that's why there's so many in this one, because it just seeds and gets all over the place. So we're gonna harvest these little guys hard and probably plant a chutepin with this tomato. And over here, we're gonna do the same, harvest hard in here. And we have a tomato right here that's kind of getting shaded out. But yeah, we're gonna harvest this epazote hard. We have tomato, lemongrass. All right, guys. Just gonna be doing a bunch of lives and showing different things because we're having fun over here. So we'll see you in the next video. The Sonoran Desert Grower.